find out what's in our community. Since 1988, Horizons for Homeless Children has been providing help and nurturing while opening the door to opportunity. And this organization touches the lives of more than 2,700 young homeless children each week in Massachusetts. Here to tell us more is Executive Director Sue Heilman. Sue, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So first, tell us about the crisis of child and family homelessness, because this economy is certainly not helping the issue.
Exactly. This economy has definitely made it worse. But the problem really started in the 1980s. And so for the past 30 years or so, there's been, unfortunately, a growing number of families experiencing homelessness in this country and in this state and in the Boston area. There's now somewhere around 40,000 homeless families in Massachusetts each year, which represents about 100,000 children. And our services that have now been going on for about 20 years have been focused on trying to help the children grow and develop. But the economy is definitely making it more challenging.
And you say that change takes time. Can you please describe for us the mission of Horizons for Homeless Children?
Sure. The mission of Horizons for Homeless Children is to improve the lives of children experiencing homelessness so that while they're in that period of homelessness, they have the chance to grow and develop normally as other children would, at the same time as helping their parents move out of homelessness and into self-sufficiency. And it does take time. It can take several years for a family to go from being homeless to being back on their feet in their own apartment, having a job with their children, back to being normal in terms of growth and development.
Now, whether it be volunteering or donating, how can people get involved in your work?
The community has really been great in responding to this need over the years. One of our key programs is a volunteer program, which takes place in the family shelters that are scattered across the state of Massachusetts and in the city of Boston. There are about 145 family shelters, and we have a program called the Place-Based Volunteer Network, where volunteers from the community go into the shelters and engage the children in play and growth and learning activities. And so we're always recruiting volunteers to give 2 hours a week back to these wonderful children and really make a huge difference. So we encourage the viewers to become one of what we call our PALs, place-based activity leaders.
And tell us about the event you have coming up in October, the 11th Annual Women's Breakfast.
Yes. One of the other ways that we do outreach to the community is by having large events that try and tell this story, because it is still so unknown. And so the Women's Breakfast on October 15th, which is also open to men, but primarily has a women's focus. The speaker is Michelle Norris from NPR's All Things Considered. Last year we had 1,600 women and about 100 men attend the breakfast and help raise awareness of this issue, as well as some badly needed funds to support our work.
And so how can people get tickets if they want to go? Or?
Sure. If they go onto our website, horizonsforhomelesschildren.org, and you will see a section about the breakfast, and you can buy a ticket, you can sign up to be a table sponsor, you can help out and volunteer through the events, also through the volunteer program that I mentioned before.
Great. Well, Sue, thank you so much for joining us, sharing information about your cause.
You're welcome. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. Now, if you would like to volunteer or make a donation, go to horizonsforhomelesschildren.org.